Hello and welcome to another video. I am Ezekielo. Today I will be talking about the things I like to see on the JBL Xtreme 3 portable speaker. The JBL Xtreme 1 really turned a lot of heads as it was really compact, packed a lot of punch with lots of bass and loudness, and the price also was pretty reasonable for what you were getting. And then it took a while before JBL released the Xtreme 2, which turned out not to be that great in my opinion. Initially it was not as loud as the previous generation. The bass too was kind of soft at max volumes. That really kind of put a lot of people off, me included. I wasn't really satisfied with the JBL Xtreme 2. To me it wasn't really worth the upgrade from the Xtreme 1 to the Xtreme 2. But after some updates it became better. The volume was slightly louder. It retained a good amount of bass at max volumes, although the sound quality on the Xtreme 2 was better than that on the Xtreme 1. The sound quality on the Xtreme 2 was more balanced with a more natural bass and not that boosted, while the Xtreme 1 was really meant for parties, so the bass was really boosted and it was really loud. The treble was a little bit harsh at max volumes, a lot harsher than that on the Xtreme 2. So considering all those factors in mind, here are some things I'd like JBL to address with the Xtreme 3 release. On the Xtreme 3, I'd like to see much more powerful drivers, and then I'd like them to be a lot louder on batteries, because the Xtreme 2 is not that loud in my opinion, considering its size. So I want the Xtreme 3 to retain lots of bass even at max volumes, not boosted bass, punchy and vibrant and natural bass at max volumes, while also retaining a good amount of mids and treble as well. I also want it to be rugged as well. The Xtreme 2 is waterproof and not splash proof like the Xtreme 1. So I like the Xtreme 3 to be waterproof as well and rugged, just like the Xtreme 2. I also want them to address the design of the bars that hold the strap, because the strap is quite difficult to fit in on the Xtreme 2, while on the Xtreme 1 it was a lot easier to do that. And one major thing I like the Xtreme 3 to have is USB-C. Yes, it's high time for JBL to migrate to USB-C on the Xtreme lineup, because as you all know, the Charge 4 and even the new JBL Flip 5 are all equipped with USB Type-C. Another thing I'd like to see on the Xtreme 3 would be for the battery indicators underneath here, much more easier to see. As you all know, the battery indicator on the Xtreme 1 and Xtreme 2 is quite difficult to see, especially if you place the speaker on the ground, so you can't easily see it. You have to like bend down a little bit to see it. So I just wish they'll move the battery indicators from the bottom here to somewhere at the top here. That would be much more easier to see and read. I also like the Xtreme 3 to be slightly more compact than the Xtreme 2. Yes, it's doable. All JBL has to do is to make sure they maximize the use of space on the Xtreme 3. I think they'll be able to produce a much more powerful speaker. Another thing I like to point out is that I just hope JBL will not dream of bringing the racetrack drivers to the Xtreme 3. The racetrack drivers are not good for, like big portable speakers, as you lose tweeters, so the sound is going to be too direct. You're not going to get a very wide sound stage, as the work of the tweeters is to give a wider sound stage and better vocals. So with the racetrack drivers, you're going to get a much more mono and direct sound. But I am hoping, fingers crossed, that JBL is not going to release the Xtreme 3 with racetrack drivers. That will not be really good in my opinion. What do you all think? Let me know down in the comment section below. Another thing I like to see on the Xtreme 3 is aptX or aptX HD for better audio streaming via Bluetooth. That is going to come in very handy when you're watching movies or playing games. The audio is going to be more synchronized. As you all know, the Xtreme 2 and Xtreme 1 don't have aptX or aptX HD. Another thing I like to see on the Xtreme 3 would be illuminated buttons. Yes, I like the buttons on the Xtreme 3 to be illuminated. As you all know, it's only the power button and the JBL Connect Plus button that is illuminated on the JBL Xtreme 2. Other buttons are not illuminated, so in the night time it can make it difficult finding the buttons on the JBL Xtreme 2. So I like the Xtreme 3 to be illuminated. And also I would like them to bring back the 2 USB ports. Yes, on the Xtreme 2 now you have only one USB port for charging devices, while on the JBL Xtreme 1, there were two standard USB ports for charging devices on the go. I just don't know why JBL removed one of those ports. Because it was quite useful for me, as I have lots of gadgets. I can charge up headphones and my smartphone at the same time with the JBL Xtreme 1, but on the Xtreme 2, as most of you know, you can only charge up one device at a time. Well, as the JBL Xtreme 2 is already a year old right now, I'd like to see an Xtreme 3 come into the market very soon, but well, all we can do is speculate. So those are some of the things I'd like to see on the JBL Xtreme 3. What would you like to see? Let me know down in the comment section below. That's pretty much it. As always, feel free to check out other nifty gadgets on this channel, and also feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell icon to be notified each time I upload a new video on this channel. Thanks so much for watching. I am Ezekielo, and I'll see you all in the next video. Adios.